Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. A viewer requested that I test the Stork in the Abyss, and I've been thinking of actually using the Stork in the Abyss for quite a long time, or at least quite a while back, but I sort of gave up because it's not got the best DPS. I was trying to think of a way to get it to solo the T3 Abyss, and it was pretty difficult because the tank was hard to get to be enough to reliably tank the T3 Abyss, and the DPS was neither there either, which is quite important if you're going to do the T3 Abyss in stuff that's smaller than a cruiser, since time there will be pretty problematic. But I was thinking then, at least you could maybe try it in T2s, and I think it'll go a lot smoother here. So the Stork is actually, you could think of it almost like an XL Hawk. Well, it's not got the shield boosting bonus like the Hawk does, the really overpowered shield boosting bonus, but it is very powerful just because of its amount of mid slots that really amp up the abilities to tank a lot and cap. And then it's also got more DPS than a Hawk, since it can have then some of these Nova Furies. And then also it has then the ability to do any damage type, and this is very important because we're going to do Electric Abyss here, T2 Electric Abyss, and since we'll be able to do Mjolnirs, which will often be a good damage type since, you know, EM resist is going to be reduced, it'll be very favorable for us for use to Mjolnirs right here, and we get like a damage bonus to every type. The Hawk, for example, has a damage bonus to only kinetic. So, for example, the waves that take a long time, like the Rogue Drone Battlecruiser, it'll take a lot less time compared to the Hawk because we can use the Mjolnir to just burn down the shields, and then we'll use the Nova to burn down the armor. So it's really good. And also another thing that's really good about the Stork is that it's got some really good resists. Really good resists. So we'll have some decent tank, also a bit of buffer as well, since we're going to be like amping up our shield pool a lot with our resistances. So hopefully we'll have a good time. And we've got enough fitting resists or fitting requirements to fit 2 cab batteries and a medium shield booster and an MWD. I was thinking of putting a command burst here, a shield command burst, but I couldn't really do that. Unfortunately, I could not. And I think it overall will just work out better with not having this empty high slot. But it would be nice to have a something in this high slot, and in fact I will. Auto-targeting system, it's always good to have one of these if you are able to have one CPU to spare, because it has it so that you can have more max lock targets, and that can always be nice to have in case. I mean, it'll really not do anything, but it can always be something nice to have because it really only costs one CPU, nothing else. So we can see here, the max lock targets we have is 9. Without this, if we turn this off, 7. If we deactivate this, 7, you see that? So it's good, we get some extra lock targets right there. Alright. Now we'll just buy this, and it is not a really cheap fit. I mean, it costs 200 million ISK, this whole fit right here, so I would have loved to get this to be cheaper, and to be honest, a Retribution could do this as well, but I feel like this will be a lot safer than a Retribution, because another thing that is really good about this fit is that it is very fast. All command destroyers actually are really fast. They're sometimes faster than assault frigates, and it's just that they're like very light. I don't know why, but the command destroyers are very light. It's just the way it is. Look at that speed. With the MWD, we also get a bonus to our MWD signature radius thing. 50% reduction in Microwarpdrive signature radius penalty. So we'll have an easy time speed tanking a lot of waves that can be quite annoying. So overall, we'll have a really good time in the Abyss. So let's just jump in right here. So we'll get some T2 electrics, agitated electrics, and we'll jump straight in. I've got some basic boosters with me. Some Synth Blue Pill and Hardshell 1. They cost basically nothing. They're always good to have if you need some extra tank. I'll just leave them for the time being because I want to see how it will perform without boosters. But that is always something extra you could add in because it hardly costs anything. It can be worth just to get that 7% extra tank going on. Alright, let's just reload the missiles, and I've actually got a fresh install of EVE Online right now, so that's why everything is a little bit out of place. But hopefully it'll go in pretty decently. There we go. Now I've sort of sorted out my modules a bit there. And we've not got the right amount of filaments. Stupid me. I really like the look of this ship. It's got the nice Kala skin. It's my favorite, or at least one of my favorite Kaldari skins. I spent 3 billion on this type of skin for the golem. It's not like the natural color of the golem, so I spent really a lot of money to get it on the golem, but here in the Stork we get it for free because it's the default skin. Alright, form a fleet. And something that's really good about the Stork is that it has resistances that are quite favorable for the Abyss. It can be better. What would have been ideal is if it traded some kinetic resist for some EM resist, because that's for angels. But otherwise, we still have a lot of explosive resist, so we'll hopefully get through the angels. And we have a lot of brute force tank as well, this medium shield boost, so hopefully we'll get through the angels decently. Triglavians should hopefully be really easy. We can kite the Vedmax with the MWD really easily, and we'll have a good thermal resist, and we're not getting the thermal resist nerfed by the environment, so I think the Triglavians will be no problem whatsoever. Maybe Sanchez Nation could be problematic as well, but again, I think we'll easily be able to just speed tank them. We're very fast here. We're not only tanky, but we're also fast with the command destroyers. That's something that is quite unique and I'm not used to. I'm used to being either really flimsy and fast or really tanky and slow, but here we are both, so that's a really great thing right here. Alright, let's jump in. Let's see our capacitor. We're cap stable, dual cap battery with the MWDs on. We've got just a bunch of lucid guys, so we're just gonna go here and sort of kite them, I guess. Well, it doesn't matter, we don't need to kite them, but I think we're just gonna keep them a little bit at range. Take out these wardens first because they want to slow us down. And just wither them down. Wither them down. I can just order these guys in the overview a bit more. Oh, that's some big hits right there. You saw that? Just two-shotting these guys, essentially. Yeah, look at that. I think we've got some good application going on. Does the Stork have a bonus to application or something? Rocket damage. No, it does not. Strange. Seems like we're applying really good. Or maybe it's just that the Stork is just naturally a really boss ship this time. Gonna amp up those missiles so much without even having resistances because it's just such a powerful ship. Look here, we're just moving around, boosting our shields like as if it's nothing. Really, this ship seems to be really powerful. Obviously, it's not a cheap fit either. Shouldn't be too surprised that it's doing good. But it feels a lot more safe than a Hawk. Because we're going faster than a Hawk would with an MWD, I think at least. Hawky boy. Hawk. It's disposable Hawk. Have we got anyone with an MWD going on? No. We've got an MWD here. Yeah, so we're going faster than a Hawk. And I feel a lot more stronger here. I don't have a big gaping EM hole like the Hawk does. I mean, it does have an EM hole, but not at all as much as the Hawk. Yeah, I love this ship. It seems so good so far. And maybe it'll be different in a bit. Okay, let's see. 32 kilometer range, still pretty decent. Kikimoras. Gonna be interesting what happens here. I think it will be better to go for the explosive. Gonna see how it goes. Alright, we can even just split these guys up a bit. Put EM. And then we'll just have everything else shoot. We're gonna compare a little bit. While these guys have actually like reloaded. So this is one thing that's really nice about the MWG. It's so easy to kite these guys, like absolutely no problem whatsoever. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of a test right here. We've got minus 50% EM, and we're going to test a little bit on this. We've got the armor going on right here. One shot here, and then one shot here. First is explosive. Let's see how much damage we do. 179 with explosive and 172 with EM, so it's better to do with explosive here. Now it could be maybe it was not a favorable missile hit, but I think it is. I doubt that we'll have too much problems with applying to these destroyers. It seems to be a smooth experience. Oh, we shouldn't be having all these things ungrouped like this. Is going to be very annoying when they're not cycling properly. There we go. Now we're tanking really good as well, even though we're getting hit as well. Can just orbit these guys at like 30 kilometers, something like that. Yeah, look at that. We're getting now proper damage going on. Now he's taking big hits. They're obviously going to get some remote reps. See, they're all remote repping their friend over here. But it's alright. The Stork is powerful. The Stork is mighty. The Stork does not take crap from these Kikimoras. Yeah. Oh, he's there repairing quite a bit, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough. And it's just going to go quicker and quicker for each Kikimora because there's going to be less remote reps on the grid. And we just boost straight up, so no problem whatsoever. We can face tank these guys, but if we want, we can always just pull range if DPS becomes a little bit too hot. You can just always just pull range a little bit like that because we have the good speed with that MWD. And we are cap stable as well. Look at that, we just boost up the shields. Now we are taking quite a bit of damage. Why is he not moving? Just going in like a circle. Move, please. Am I bumping into something? I feel like I'm bumping into something or something. I'm not moving properly. Just double click in space. I'm not too big fan of double clicking in space, but I think I need to do that here. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage now that we're actually getting full hits from these guys, smashing and penetrating shots. Yeah, we need to pull range now. Look at that, they're doing a lot of damage, these Kikimoras, when we actually let them spool up a bit. We're going to break their spool. Look, there we go. And that's it. We're back to full shields. And they go back to default damage. Now, obviously, we're not doing damage. I think our light missiles are just a bit further than their disintegrators are. So, we can kite them, but it's pretty difficult. It's a bit of a borderline of where we have to stay in terms of our range. We've got popped right there. These other ones should go a lot quicker now. It's only one remote repair on the grid. We can even just keep range, maybe at 30, maybe? Just keep range like this. Keep range command. Just like that. See if they can hit me. Keep range 30. Keeping range. Can hit me. Look, they can't even hit me now. You can't hit me! Stupid Kikimoras. What do you think you're going to do to the mighty Stork? They can hit me occasionally, it seems. But then, it's just that they're sort of going to bounce out of range, I think. That 25-kilometer one is able to hit me. We can even keep range from him now. And this one is going to go down soon. There's only one more volley. It's probably going to take out this guy. Striking Kiki. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Look, now he can't hit me. So it seems like just to keep a range 30 is all you need to do on these Kikimoras. And you'll be pretty good. Just like keep at the borderline of your range. And you could obviously put some small implants in to boost your range as well. On your missiles, could be maybe an option. If you want to get some extra range just to make it even safer. One thing to take into consideration is I have got max skills. So I have got a lot more range than many people will have. But it's still possible to have more than this if you add a bit of proper implants. And oh, we do not want to go there into the abyssal depths. Let's head towards a transfer conduit actually. I want to get the abyssal overmind. I'm curious how fast it'll take, because I think it'll go down pretty fast because we'll have the good damage types going on right there. Okay, let's see now. Transfer conduit, and we're very fast. Look at that, 2.6 kilometers a second. It just jumps straight into the next room. Boop! Let's go. Stork on the way to wreck some Triglavians. What we got here? Okay, just some Lucid Watchmen, Lucid Fire Watchers. Nothing really too crazy. And we can go with the Mjolnir Fury, because these guys have got Omni resists, so their lowest resists are going to be the one that's affected by the weather effect, which is the EM one. So it's good. When you got all the different damage types, it's good. One thing I'm thinking is that it could be possible to have like a good Jackdaw fit for T2s. And Jackdaws can get a bit more DPS than the Stork. However, their tank is not as good. They're not as fast either. So overall, their survivability is not going to be as great. But I think it definitely is possible, since you have a lot of DPS, you clear the site quicker. It's very important. If you want to get the good ISK, you obviously need to clear the sites quicker. But let's see if I have that fit right here. I have a Jackdaw fit somewhere for T2s. See now, T3, I think it was maybe, no, it was not this one. It was a similar, it was like a sort of a hybrid tank, you could say. I had a small shield booster, and then I had like a medium shield extender, so I had a very big buffer, so it was actually quite chill. But it was, I would say, it was not too expensive either. I think it went for like 100 million. So getting that to do T2 exotics pretty fast was very chill. But it did have a little bit of downsides. I think the Kikimora wave did manage to get it pretty low just because of the way there's a lot of DPS. But it still did survive. I used it even on Tranquility, I believe. It was a long time ago, I can't remember. I have to check again, because that was actually some quite cool stuff I didn't show you guys. These Lucid Watchmen guys, they were going on really fast. Like, it feels like we apply so good to these guys. I'm surprised. I thought these Fury light missiles wouldn't apply that good, but they actually apply really good to them. Let's go and approach the transfer conduit. We can finish this under 10 minutes, hopefully. This is a good ISK. This is like less that you earn more than double the amount as T3s, because the filament price is a lot cheaper than the T3 filaments. So you're earning pretty much, like with this ship here, this is a good alternative, I guess, if you were to say, if you're able to do this stuff, the T2s. It'll be a good alternative to doing Gilas and the T3s. Just use a destroyer to do T2s. Then I think it'll be a very good alternative. You can get some nice ISK that way, especially if you want to focus more on the frigate/destroyer aspect of your skills. If you don't bother with the medium weapons, it could be a very good alternative to do the destroyers and T2s. And this is really fun. I find this stuff really fun, where you go with new abyssal fit and try it in the abyss. It's just, these are one of the things I find most fun actually with EVE Online. A lot of people, they like to do like theory crafting and stuff with PvP, but I like to do that with PvE because I think the abyss is quite difficult PvE, especially if you want to do it with like a cheap ship or you want to do it reliably. It's quite a challenge, and I think it's a very fun experience. This is stuff that I find the most fun. It's actually pretty much one of the most common things I do in the game, just test abyssal fits, because I think it's really fun. That's why I like to share with you guys as well. There we go, Stork T2 Electric Abyss. It seemed to be alright. Obviously more waves to test out, like the Angel Wave. I don't think it'll be too hard in the Angel Wave. If there was heavy newts and I was to get tackled, I could obviously turn off my MWD, get more capacitor, and just take out stuff that's anchoring us down or scramming us down, and we should be pretty good because we could kite most things. So I think this would be a pretty solid fit for T2. Obviously more size that need to be tested to make it a reliable fit. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.